Finished Vertigo with a knife. Art has bought a Zeus on the pistol round. So let's see if that finds any traction as we get underway with what looks like a very fast B play. Art's here as well. He's got this molly to drop. The Zeus might come into play. No joke.
The incendiary Zeus package. He's got his USP out for the first fight, and it is Amaneki awaits for and deals with. Only 3 more to go already for G2, and holding the line. Nexus bomb spotted. Needs to get a frag and has delivered. Finny on bench spotted. Needs a reload and will be peppered down. To end this round, it's clean. FURIA defending the B all in.
That was crazy. Art just dropped a molly and completely negated the pistol round. Like, people buying mollies on pistol round on the CT side in the first place, that already is something outside of the box. The fact that he was that ready for it, that was the one gap that they had already identified, drops it. He did 50 damage to 2 players before he even needs to go for a kill. That's the perfect way to kick off here. And we were talking about the pistol round success for G2 the other day against Liquid. Well, today it's not looking good whatsoever.
Just completely isolated the front 2 Ts. The rest just had to respect the flames unless they wanted to be jumping into that site with half health.
Now it's just one P250 in the hands of Nexa, the rest of them on Glock. So it will be the rifles coming out next round. And Art, well, he's been an absolute menace already. He wants to continue that type of play. Up the guts with a FAMAS. Nobody's covering underpass right now, so he is completely on his lonesome.
He's called for a friend. Yuri will bodyguard.
Didn't know we were playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It's perfect. Using one of his lifelines into our second round. And the run boost push will be met by FAMAS. MP9 struggling to keep it under lock and key. And if they were to swing with Yuri's 8 HP, he would be very, very vulnerable. Junior did not choose to invest into a weapon here. He's gone.
Oh, Hunter's on top! Hunter, no!
He actually didn't check him.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay, that one's going to sting. And not because he didn't clear the corner, more the fact that Yuri stayed there. That's going to, you know, ruffle a couple of feathers, but it was just a Glock eco. So now we get the guns out. And you heard us talking about the stat lines earlier with Nico and his time with Jax back in the roster, him picking up the primary AWPing since Kenny's not there. Well, he's been using this Krieg. It's the 3rd highest weapon percentage he has so far in the 14 maps of EPL.
Oh, it's like AWP, AK, and...
AWP first, AK, then the Krieg. So yeah, he's been using this in lieu of that AWP. Let's see if he can make it sing. He's coming through the apartment's position. AWP out for Junior already. Man, this is a strong A setup. We saw the other day against Na'Vi that FURIA love the extremities. B apps, A apartments, they're always ready to biff on those sides of the map. They'll give you mid control. They're more than happy to do so.
They're walking down to wrap into this A side. Junior wants to flash Vinny's info push. And Amanek's spray is there. Doesn't find any lethality.
Drop connector.
Here they come. Contact immediately mows down 3. Everyone wins their duel.
Save. Just hold on to what you got here. Quesarado would be nice for an upgrade. The FAMAS isn't great either, but all in all, they're going to have nothing going into next round.
Absolutely nothing if Art goes down. He does manage to get away with it. Puts the AK towards CT spawn. Won't be recoverable, so what they've got is what they'll keep. FAMAS MP7. Nexa is starting to have a look into B. They already tucked in on the apartment, so it does seem like we'll just be watching a bit of a ceasefire for the remaining 10 seconds or so.
So with that aggressive play on towards the ramp there that we saw, if that flash came in for Junior, you could see it looked like he misflashed, or maybe there was a miscomm. One of the 2 options happened there. I'm not sure if it would have made any difference if he flashed initially and they still went for it, but just scuffing the shots through the smoke, they're not being able to convert off of the flashbang. They were always going to get pincered with the timing coming through middle.
Well, when you full commit a spray and like 30 bullets are heard by your opponents, you know ramp's probably going to be a pretty damn good port of call.
Yeah, they were completely sandwiched in, right? They were getting contact from Connector. Nico was coming through the Palace position, and they still had 2 players to deal with over towards A ramp. Now, I said they wouldn't be working with a lot, but true to form, FURIA will force buy into this. Yuri with an M4. Scout. Ooh. AWP for Art. So flushed here.
Thank you, Quesarato. Big love. Spends every penny he has to equip Art with his signature weapon.
Well, he needs to make something of this. Run boost out mid. Sector clear, but G2 don't know that just yet. And again, happy to give up a lot of mid presence of FURIA. They don't want to give up any openings. And the slow crawl of the default. As Nico's already close towards Palace. There could be a fight against Yuri any second.
Oh, Nico. Fire here, and Yuri will time him just as he considered it clear, just as he wanted to take a glance into the site. Now Nico's gone. And G2 have to overcome man disadvantage, and there was 0 trade potential. Vinny on the default. Yuri to be baited in on Dark. He's responsible for the connector swing, and it's perfect. If Jax was to peek out next, that FAMAS versus AK duel, I'm not sure who I favor. Util deployed, here they come already. Vinny does line up another head. Jax gone and into the side. This chaos is working wonders for Furia. The wallbang from Amanek is just enough to pull them across the line and into a competitive stance. A bomb plant would change everything. 2 on CT though. And that AWP, oh, a miss! Art had the chance to completely lock in the round now. Perhaps that plan could go in. Junior's hit a great wallbang.
25 seconds.
Amanek's on notice. Short was scary. CT's a presence they can't ignore. Flash and plant is their only hope. K-Serato can push on this. He's considering it. Bomb in. Big threat from K-Serato, and Amanek cannot deliver. It's planted for him, and they jump for the info, and a Junior's peak again connecting. Oh, this is nightmare fuel for Hunter. What's he supposed to do? Art's just going to seal the deal eventually from behind. The spray, wild. K-Serato locks it down.
Lots of guns to pick up there as well, so good recovery from Furia on that force. Can't believe they got an AWP out of the mix there as well as a rifle. So a big round, and again, no real presence on middle. That's something that used to be a massive part of Hunter's playbook. Hunter, Nexa, remember Crazy, remember many years ago, they loved the window boosts. Hunter, Nico, when he was a part of FaZe, they loved their mid plays. Just the default smoke, setting them up close towards connector, pouncing on through. If they're getting all the room time and time again, it will come down to more timings on when they're pushing for window, of when they're trying to sneak connector to jungle. That'll really come down to timings here, because Furia, they're playing a fine line with this type of a setup. They're giving a lot of territory. Let's see if that continues here as we're into a fast A.
This is very fast. You can see from the utility alone. Look at their health. Rocked by the nades. A miss from one, but Junior has the support of Yuri. Had, perhaps. Now past 10. Vinny stands for 2. On the cross, he's perfectly positioned. Junior using that smoke and gets away. Just Hunter. Gasping for air in a moment, just to piece his thoughts back together again. He's lost all of his team. And we'll piece the hell out of A.
Art's top middle, if he gets wind of this, he can stop this B rotation. Just has to push on up a little further.
Won't hear it.
Come down to timing. He's starting to understand this is possible, and Hunter will be past. But Hunter's coming for the fight.
He is. Orb versus AK. Art doesn't miss these often. And there you have it. Furia 4, G2 just the 1, and sent down to this nasty state of economical affairs. 4.4 on the high end. You really do just... It screams deco.
Yeah, the thing is, they're going to be hitting max loss bonus if they lose another one here, so maybe they'll consider buying something a little bit more expensive into Hunter. Get themselves up an AK, maybe with Kev, but no, it'll just be the conservative Deagles, Tech 9, P250, light utility again. Maybe they'll try something a bit faster towards middle here. Flash is coming out, smokes are good to contain Art's vision as well. Looks and smells a bit like a B split.
Yeah, and Vinny, he hears this. He knows he's lost short and will immediately deploy a quick defensive smoke. Oh, overrun K-Serato. They've got 2 more to deal with. They're into the site. Nice push from Amanek. He's crossed across, and Nico's just going for the plant. Jax will catch him, and the smokes are good. Just the half buy, but they've got the bomb down. This is going to get really uncomfortable for Furia.
This is difficult to get back into now. Oh, gifted a chance there. Art unable to convert. Orbs picked up, and it's just 2 to find. It will be the save call. Furia are out, and with the pistols, G2 do it.
Okay. Competitive Mirage after all. Straight into the site. K-Serato just getting completely overwhelmed. You saw it from his POV briefly. Just peek out, 3 bodies peeking you. You just can't get away. You get slowed down as soon as that first bullet connects. And that is a godsend for G2.
Yeah, the buy was starting to look really dangerous, right? The fact they had that Krieg on Vinny, they had 2 AWPs. Looking very, very good as far as the buy was concerned, but now we find ourselves in the question marks for Furia. Now, they already made a lower buy situation work. I think they'll try and go for the same here. There's that opening kill and basically the closing kill of that one, because as soon as they have all this control on the site, you can see Vinny trying to play a little bit of silly business around the smokes, hoping to get gifted an opportunity or 2, but Jax comes through.
Amanek, credit to him. Not only did he get that first frag, but his movement was perfect there in that blind spot, wrapping around and making sure they got control of that kitchen side.
That's one of the things that an entry player does, or someone who goes out first, right? It's not just about getting that kill, it's about opening the space and making sure that those crosshairs from the defending CTs are not just all placed to the tight choke point. So he's done a great job of that. And now they're discussing things through. A bit of a timeout called. And they do have finances to try and make this work. Guns are being dropped. As we mentioned, there was a saved AWP and a saved rifle. And they've actually found themselves sitting very, very nice here, FURIA. Everyone has an M4. Junior on the AWP. Utility, look, it's not great.
Wow, so we've got an AWP, a Krieg, and MAC-10. It's an eclectic mix across the board.
Isn't it just on that CT side? Well, the T side with the MAC-10. Bloody hell.
Didn't quite go to plan on that smoke ramp.
Looks like they're just setting up for a B pop again.
Serato's worked it out. Tucks in for a more passive line, and Amanek again trying to make space, and the Amanek 10 fills the feed. Art working on a bit of a flank here, and I'm sure as that smoke fades, Nico will be cognizant it's a threat. Yeah, considering it.
Here in the scopes.
Here's the scopes, and Art up to use usual antics. Dunks on Nico. Next on his list, 2 coming in from Kitchen. Junior late mid. Art's doing a lot with this, and Amanek sitting duck for him as he continues his advance. FURIA making a double AWP retake seem possible, maybe even probable. Jax up on the box though, and Art losing his life as well. G2 pull the reins back into control. And Junior, yeah, not interested in losing his AWP. Valiant attempt, Art makes it costly. But stabilizing as Jax set up for success on that boost box.
Hey, well handled there from G2, no dramas whatsoever. That Art flank, I think he got more out of it than he should have, because the communication would have been, yeah, he's flanking, he's close, but you could see Amanek there just stranded. There wasn't really anywhere he could go. This is Art nutmegging that smoke, perfect timing from him, and then yeah, Hunter coming in with the late flank. He was just dealing with any top mid presence, finds it easy, and they close this one out. Now with the saved AWP and the finances where they currently stand for FURIA, it should be a save, right? They've gone for a couple of the hodgepodge buys, they've made it work, they've dropped guns across, but this time it will have to be that save call, and if you want to activate Junior, you're going to need to set him up. So where are they going to look for picks here?
He's going B with the AWP.
Don't mind the call, they'll boost him up quickly.
And they got underpass presence, so if Hunter... Oh, he found them both. They should be dead, yeah. Locked in. 2 early frags from those aggressive pistols is a dream, and now they can just surely avoid this AWP. They just need the info. 1 shot from Junior. The first click is the priority. If he doesn't find a kill with it, if he doesn't start something special with it, this round will fall apart. Well, there you have it. Amanek going down. They know where the AWP is, and you can see that G2 will spring to life to take space away from it. Junior as well springs to life in the rotate. He knows what they're up to. They have the A site. Jax is waving a big flag saying this is the one.
Couple of sleepers here though. Vinny, if he gets a kill at all, never mind. Denied by that molly. The excitement immediately fizzles on out.
Yeah, I mean, Junior's still sitting around in Kitchen. I think it's just a question of what's Vinny got. Might try and deny this plant.
Anybody watching? Yeah.
Next has got him.
Covered off. So this is handled by G2 again, stabilizing here. Set up very nicely for what should be a 4-4 scoreline.
This would be a nasty way for Nico to go 007. Shot in the back, there we have it.
The barrel baiting him in.
Whew. Jax secures it, and the round, as you expect, shouldn't have many more twists and turns. In terms of Junior maintaining his AWP, the only threat really is Hunter, as our fantastic observer is highlighting for us.
So they should be good for the save here. Serato and Junior very lucky they're not being hunted on down. Bomb will go off any second now, and well, with the loss bonus coming in as well, FURIA can make that buy work. You can see everybody above the 4K mark. Junior and Serato can drop guns if they'd like. That means a bit more money for utility for the players on their team, but all in all, easy round for G2. Not too worried about that saved AWP in the scheme of things. Now, in response here for the buy for FURIA, we're getting a couple of orgs out. Vinny into one, Art into another. That AWP still here. Let's see what type of a setup they go for. Will we see anything more mid-centric? Will they continue with the heavy leans? Run boost out mid. Standard utility over towards A. Jax gets control. Still down towards T-spawn, so this is just a default spread, but Art might have him.
Yeah, he sees his head. Oh, and he's already hit the damage. Jax is lucky to be alive. A nade or a molly can finish the job anytime. Wants to get his util out, makes sense. His last smoke, a little glimpse of Junior, which they peek back into for the frag. Nico provides his first. G2 snatching away denial of that AWP.
Big rotation.
A, but much more difficult to hold and maintain. They've pulled Vinny to fill the gap.
And that just puts a lot of pressure on Serato. Again, he's been overrun on this B bomb site twice now. So if they go for a B split or a B hit, he needs to step up in a big way. And we've already seen a couple of his moves. He drops that smoke, plays towards the back of the site, loves the bench position as well. We'll have to get a bit more done this time round. Mid control being feigned. Hunter likely to lurk out here as the rest of his team, they assemble up in the B apartments. Art's actually getting over towards this B site.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. Oh, and they're across. Starting to work it out. And Serato and Art combined for 2. Amanek, Fierce, into the site. We'll need another. Art, no, they know he's around here, but he's actually pushed out of kitchen. And they won't be able to plant as long as Art's heart's still beating. Elevated position, blocked by the scope, enables the frag. And Vinny's way too far away to have a voice in this round.
They'll be planting now. Yeah, there's only 6 seconds left, but there's no dramas in the world. Another save here from FURIA as G2 will take the lead in this one, 5-4. It feels like they're never finding themselves in the right place for these fights, FURIA. They're either gambling incorrectly or they've lost a pick and then they've stacked somewhere else. I thought they did a great job to get 2 on entry there, but Amanek one more time, just hitting that B bomb site, making some space, making some room, keeping a cool head. And they secure another round. And he will be holding on to this AWP again. You can see the highlights here. We'll get this back. This is where it all started, right? So Junior flashed off the line, peeks on back in, and while Nico's waiting for him, don't get an easier kill than that one. This was important. Lying in wait. If he manages to take down Amanek, can isolate a fight, can isolate a duel. But there's the golf clap from Jackie Boy. Things are looking good for G2 on this one. Max loss bonus in play now. What a FURIA going to throw. Double AWPs.
G2, nice bank account. Starting to boast around 7, 8K after the buy.
Oof, Hunter up to 11. He's laughing. I saw the secondary AWP purchase right here. Likely Art picks that one up. Yeah, it will be. And then for Serato, it's a Deagle. He's not having a great time of it over towards B in these early stages.
Ooh,
oh, he's brave.
Oh, so brave. He's in the middle of nowhere. Normally there's flashes, mollies, everything, because you can be pushed and you will be pushed. He reacts in time. The trade is there. Good grief, Art. That was with one of their priority weapons as well, throwing his life on the line.
Oh, 1 for 1. Normally we say this favors the T's, right? They can play out this mid-round. They can siphon the clock, regroup, just trade out efficiently. FURIA do love a bit of a risky play here. Let's see how they rejig the defense. Remember, Serato just holding B with a Deagle, so if it's a B finish once more, he's going to have another rough go of it.
Yeah, but with Nexa in apartments and them pinstering into connector, they could be walking into the domain of the FAMAS and the AWP. Here's the scope. Yuri not going to be checked initially, and Jax goes down. Amanek provides, keeps it close, keeps it level. This is a freebie for Vinny, but no, Nico will find it, and there goes the necessary frags. Only Serato's B defender, and he's just peeking as the flames burn him down. G2 take it again, this time into the stack, and they lose everything for it. Only 3K to spend. It looks like G2 will have a chance to extend their lead here on their map pick.
Yeah, this is looking very good for their T-half, right? When you consider all the extra money that you're talking about, and now the fact that Hunter's brought on in with a UMP, they might find themselves in a position where they're looking pretty good for the remainder of this half. Still a lot of rounds to be played here, and another force buy-ish attempt from FURIA. Art's gone all in with an AUG. 3 of them have grabbed Deagles, and Junior's got himself... Oh.
Nico's got himself a fantastic opening kill. I mean, if you wanted to be finding advantage with these Desert Eagles, it would have been great to find an opening. Instead, they're conceding 2 already. Nico takes mid by force. Hunter's even caught the swing on short. Serato lost his entire team before he gets to find impact from this position. Now he's just got to try and survive.
Spam through the smoke. What's he going to do? He's having a real rough go of it, no matter where he seems to go. Weaponry hasn't been his friend either. They have to save this, right? Because Art fully invested there. I don't think FURIA have had any more than maybe 1 full gun round where everybody has all the utility, all the weaponry they desire, diffuse kits in play as well. They've been up struggle street. G2 are looking great to extend this kind of a lead. Another clean round on the docket here. And Hunter just searching. They've sent him out, having a little bit of a look, seeing what he can find. He might even just take Yuri down, not even... looking. Yeah, Yuri's gone. Queserato, sure, he's hiding, but it is just that Deagle. It is the low HP. There's another round, up to 7 at G2.
You're not feeling great in Queserato's shoes here. He might even get jump peaked. Hello.
Oh, so that's an org upgrade. So Hunter now has 16k. The only thing he has to buy going in the next round is, well, just under 1,000.
Does anyone want an orb? Does anyone want a Deagle? Does anyone want a treat?
You feel like you just want to spend. You'd be rebuying armor every round if you've taken any damage. Why the hell not? You got so much money to work with there. That's the first. Second seems just as easy. They're just running away with this one. It doesn't feel like there's too much of a fight being put up from FURIA here. They're just being dealt a dud hand time and time again.
Don't speak too soon. The double orbs are back out. Junior and Art ready to try and ply their trade once again. But yeah, this is a completely different beast. They have caged the animal that was on Vertigo.
Yeah, but they keep funneling the better buy to Art, right? You know how we talk about Sanji and Jane? Well, Art keeps getting dropped these AWPs, so it's another one coming out. Vinny now operating with just a FAMAS and no utility, right? So it's great to get the double orbs out, and I know Art has 10 kills, but the double orb setup needs to start producing some rounds here because there's other players who are being hamstrung in their spots on the map because of these types of buys.
They're going for the window fight again. We might get another head-to-head. Art straight out and ready to draw fire. Hunter takes him down without a peep, and there's another. G2 dominate FURIA's early contest of mid. And even Junior's on notice. They've spotted him out at CT. They're into A. They flood in. And just like that, I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's over. Another round for G2, and it only took 15 seconds.
It's very quick stuff. They're just not putting up a fight here, FURIA, right? They're taking so many risks. You think about the type of play that Art's going for, and we know that Art is a risky type of guy, but he's giving... Oh. Nothing can go wrong right now for G2. This is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're Queserato, same with the opposite dream. Hunter seemingly ready for everything. Doing his best to save the AWP. He'll use the M4 until the final few seconds.
They may as well hunt him, right? When we're talking about players who are in excess of 10k.
16k.
Yeah, hunt him. Throw as many bodies as you want. Just make sure he doesn't defuse the bomb. You may as well take the gun away. Their max loss bonus, 3,400 time and time again. They now know exactly where Queserato is.
Warp time. No bullets left in the M4, and he's got 1 HP to hit some stylish no-scopes. It's just not going to happen. G2 demand the 8th and seize the lead. They'll be taking it in the half completely. 3.5 as well for the CTs. This lead can get bigger and better. Inferno looms.
I wonder if, you know that first round where they got sandwiched from Connector and they were close up A ramp, right? They just got absolutely sandwiched and dismantled there. That didn't actually look like a bad round. It just looked like they didn't get an opportunity to clean up on their A ramp push. And they were caught out of position. But since then, they've been going for... Look, Art's like brought on in again. I know that he's going to have max loss again next round, but if he were asked for another AWP, at some point I'm going to be saying, are you sure, boss? Like, you're going to keep jumping out window? I've given you the most expensive gun in the game, and you just keep jumping out mid-window. What's going on?
He does like to do that. I mean, it's one of those plays that we call him a genius when he gets 3.
Yeah, but at the moment, it's just falling flat, right? And I was hyping up their setup when they play the extremities, because you can normally find, you know, one guy in Palace or A ramp, one guy in the B apps who's dealing with the underpass control, and you got 3 guys mid on the defaults, right? So normally you can find a pick and you can understand what you're up against quite early, but they've just gone back to their standard play.
He's only gone and shot Nico in the back with his Palace aggression. Will this spiral for G2?
Very deep smoke there.
Too deep, you could argue.
Hard to see anything?
No. Actually, it's near perfect. There is a gap. There's a huge one as it fades. And Junior was...
asking for it, really.
For it, yeah. Bends over. Now just Queserato. G2 deal with it. Sketchy for a moment.
Doesn't look like the same teams we just had on Vertigo by any means. The script's been flipped in a big way. Guess it makes sense with their own map choices, but I thought there was a lot of overlap with the map pool here. I thought that FURIA and G2, both fans of Mirage and Inferno, would have a bit more of a highly...
Vertigo's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, Liquid scalp to take, especially with Liquid picking that map, right? So, all in all, thought we'd have a more of a tussle. But regardless, if we speedrun and we get to Inferno, where both of these rosters are currently undefeated, if I remember rightly. Not a lot of maps under their belt, but, you know, still haven't lost it with these iterations of the rosters. Queserato again trying to save. Again in a very tough spot. And again he's going to go down.
Not quite going to make it.
Okay.
9 for G2.
They're dropping him more. What do you reckon? He doesn't have enough to afford. He just bought Kevlar. Who's going to drop him the AWP? Who's going to go without full util this round for Artie Boy?
The double up really hasn't been something to sing and dance about just yet.
Okay, he's gone with an AWP. Never mind, no one's dropping an AWP.
Everyone can take a deep breath. There'll be some nades, full rifles, armor. And the 9-6 half still within reach.
Yeah, I can't really tell you anything that G2 have done special, right? Because all the decisions they've made, you can just see with Hunter, like when he's on these hunts, he finds all the kills, shooting through the smoke, finds some kills. Nico AWPing in middle, just gets what he wants. Everything is going G2's way. It's one-way traffic. This spree of rounds, I would say there's been, what, maybe 1 or 2 that have looked semi-competitive. The rest of it's just been a blowout. It hasn't felt like FURIA have had their forces in the right place. And I know you can't be strong everywhere across the map.
Maybe, but I mean, we've seen, as you've continued to highlight, CT's, or rather FURIA in particular, having great success when they forego that mid control. It does seem that'll be where they're opting to present themselves this time around. G2 are leaning for some ace smokes early.
This looks like the A pincer they did before, where they just came up through connector and split on the A ramp players.
Oh, it's going to go looking.
Or window boost.
If they do it silently, which they have, Art will be forced to acknowledge the A presence, and Hunter can catch K-Serato with his knife out. There it is. Quick trade from Art. Aware there must be another in middle thanks to the boost. Could have strafed, admittedly. And the bomb's not committing, but the smokes are there.
Well, K-Serato's the B anchor, right?
Yeah, he's killed one on B, or on the rotate from it.
Yeah, so that information might be enough for them to think it's an over stack here, and Amanek taking down Yuri as well. So this is falling apart quickly.
Yeah, confirms not only that, but he's killed one. Junior was on site as well. This is an interesting call. Piecing this one together. Jax and the bomb to B. Nexa to keep the feet planted on A.
Well, Vinny's playing this very smart. He just dropped a smoke, so that's going to completely deny this B access. If they want to wait, they'll have to wait deep behind it. You can see it's covering off the entire kitchen position. It might be either a late pounce onto the site or down through connector to A. Either way, the clock is the issue right here for G2.
Damn, that smoke. Look what it's done to them. They had a plan. And now they have to pivot 20 seconds. This is awkward now. 15.
Have to get a move on now, surely.
Yeah, they're charging in. 10 seconds. And Junior readies for the fight. This is the fight. It comes too easy. Art will catch him. Nexus not got the time for this. A wallbang hero play into Junior. Won't even get him across the line. He doesn't find it. And will go down. Brutality as the 5th is secured by FURIA.
Yeah, look, you understand what G2 are going for there. When you know that one of the B defenders was rotating that early, you think that there's a weakness, and that smoke from Vinny just dropped at the perfect time. That completely denied them. You can see here, Jax looks a little bit silly running into the site with the bomb out, but with 7 seconds on the clock, and you haven't even put yourself in that green zone, what are you going to do? So, 5th round for FURIA. Guns are out for the final rounds here of play in that first half. And yeah, G2, if you thought they were going to have any woes with cash, you haven't been paying attention. Flushed right now by everything they want and more. They could drop the CTs. 10-5 on the half. They'll be happy with that, considering this has felt like one-way traffic. It's after the pistol, the conversion. A couple of early rounds out of FURIA, but this is their first in a long while. 8-round spree has been stalled. K-Serato again. That end of the deal. UMP to finish out the half with, but the rest are looking good. Art with 1750 doesn't buy a kit, so that's the Rushly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tactic. We'll see if that one plays out.
Into the last round.
Into the last round, yeah.
Ooh.
Normally he's dead in the first 30 seconds, so he might not need it anyway.
He doesn't want to leave the kit in Palace.
That's true. He's probably going to find his way all the way into T-Spawn. He did this push before where he took Nico out. He might find 2 this time round.
Oh, he's actually gone for it again. I mean, previously caught Nico completely slipping. If Junior comes in here and fires off a shot to bait them in as well.
Hard clear for Junior. Not easy whatsoever.
Amanek is well and truly aware of it. Oh, this off angle should be good, Art.
Oh, they got both?
And they take them both down. An assault from both sides. And ramp is confirmed clear. That's more like it.
6 looking likely now for FURIA. It's late spurt of rounds, but nonetheless, they get the pistol in the second half. We're back underway with a competitive game. More damage done. Hunter chipped on down to 87. And now they're all 3 just funneling through mid right into FURIA's hands.
attempt. With 25 left. Hunter and Jax partner up. 2 to find on this site, and the flashes have popped to enable a bit of bench aggression. They are pushing in, but Yuri's the one to confirm it. 9-6, okay. We got to get you from them. I can imagine there's no better dopamine rush. And well, talking of rush, here they go, straight to B. Amanek doesn't have the molly that we saw from the first half, but the nade does a pretty damn good job as well. Pop flash, he wants to push in, and he has found one, staring at the wall. Big providing early frags in the chaos. He will be caught. Now they have the sight.
Cleared him out.
Oh dear, they've hit bullets as well. Jax put on notice. Oh, shots through the smoke, but look at this. Speaking of smoke, I mean, you're completely locked out.
Jax has the smoke in the kit, but low HP to defuse, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be possible. They're playing the site.
Has to find multiples from short. Jax trying to draw attention, confirms that this is a fight that they have to be ready for, and now the smoke as Nico prepares to advance. Oh, it's over. Pushing in now. Nex is lost.
Yeah, K-Serado's got him any second here. There's the kill, and there's the round. He's going to get the Kevlar. No, Vinny denies. See you later, alligator.
Yeah, but I mean, this is exactly the same call we saw out of G2's T-Pistol, with the exception of they didn't handle it. I mean, this was the FURIA execution. They get into the site. We can see how beautiful and brutal it is as soon as you lose those defenders early. Fair play. Amanek surviving longer than most. He makes the most out of that situation, but his HE just wasn't enough, and you saw how quickly he lost his teammate. Just like that, the site is lost. FURIA beat G2 at their own game.
Yeah, now if they beat them with this force spike, we'll be back on. It could be 9-9 before you know it, so don't blink. This is an important round right here. G2 with the force spike, scout for Nico, a couple deagles, CZ as well, and already pressure from K-Serado over towards B. He was on the receiving end of it, gonna give it to Amanek here. That nade as well softens him up.
They're in! K-Serado, and he doesn't go down to the deag. Hitting them straight again with the B, and you can see what that's done to the CTs. Like, what do you do for a retake with deagles and a scout?
Evacuate, that's what you do.
It's just unrealistic.
Throwing this away right here, right now would not be worth it unless they get gifted a frag or two, and there's a tag.
No one is gonna flinch. No one's surely gonna jiggle into the dangerous sight lines. Oh, and there's one spotted on the cross.
Yeah, they're saving. They're backing off. 2 of them through spawn. If you want to get a hunt on here, FURIA, you could send one man out just to take away a gun, but also you don't want to give anything away.
I mean, this is the dream. When you start off your T side and you've managed to just call straight Bs twice to get your early rounds and to close the gap. Competitive series for sure.
Yeah, that pistol round magic for G2 against Liquid just the other day is not existing in this series whatsoever. In this map right here, FURIA converting both. So there's 4 rounds just from the pistol rounds alone. Now, with the saved weaponry of G2, they'll be just as competitive in this round as they were in the previous. Sure, Amanek's currently rocking nothing but a USP. He's got 3.2. Maybe he wants to upgrade into a P250, but this was K-Serado leaping out. Space was quick. Bullets in the back not landing. Amanek goes down. But it comes down to where are G2 going to gamble with these guns, right? Are they going to get gifted opportunities to get tags? FURIA know that a scout was saved. So if you know that, you're more likely to do something a bit more execute heavy. I say that. They're running straight towards middle. Never mind. Windows smoked. Nico cannot see a thing. There's 3 crossing, 4 at the top, and Art's already down towards connector.
Yeah, look at the liberties he's taking. He's still holding double. He's still into the site. My God. And then pushes through it straight.
Oh, come
Nico
on.
looks away. Oh, this is very FURIA on-brand Counter-Strike right now.
Infuriating.
Infuriating. Yeah, that's brilliant. It's exactly what's happening. Damn,
just to push the smoke, right, against a low buy. Like, sure, they know that the scout was there, but who's to say that there wasn't a deagle next to him, right? Like, imagine going through that as a deagle, bullets in the belly, you lose a couple kills, rifles. It's not going that way whatsoever. It's just Hunter now. He's doing his very best.
Up mid, straight out. No one's holding it. Oh,
looks like they're likely to hold on to 3 of these SMGs here as well. That's going to facilitate FURIA for faster rounds going forward. Can really keep this pressure on against G2 off the back of the bonus. So bomb explodes. We are tied up 9-9, but this first gun round here for G2 will be telling. Are they going to be able to handle what could be another fast play? They've upgraded one of those SMGs into a Galil, so not going to be as light on as initially thought. With the money situation as well, this is a map where in the past when we had Kenny and Amanek, they would do double AWPing on this map. Nico's bought into one. Is Amanek going to buy into the second? Here's that push we were talking about. And I'm sure for Nico, he's going to be unhappy with that one, just really questioning what the bloody hell are they thinking.
They're just running us.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what you say.
Well, the double AWPs are out, so Amanek did invest. He's gone glass cannon, but he's got himself a bucket load of utility around it, so trying to play his trade in other ways.
What are you up to? What are you up to, Furia? You sly, eager beaver, fast
Rush against
beast?
double AWPs.
Surely not. Yeah, Serato, he ain't stopping for anyone. Straight in, hunting like a bloodhound for the AWP, but he takes him down, makes the space, and Junior locking him down. A miss from Nico.
More utility to come.
Oh, they can lock him in completely.
Safe.
Oh, it has to be. Furia just put their pedal to the metal. And another one added to the list already. That was
sprinting
quick.
right now. They obviously haven't read the one about the tortoise and the hare.
Good grief, these rounds. Like, you just have to be so vigilant in your opening 30 seconds as a defense when Furia are happening. You have to be reacting so quick. Like, you have to get answers safely. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answer. I couldn't beat them. Brutal the way they're playing this.
Vinny's just hidden the AWP over deeper in B, so when the bomb goes off, it can't be blown in their direction and scavenge. We can see G2 weren't going to pick it up anyway, but just the housekeeping, right? Those are the details you want to be seeing out of top-tier teams, just making sure they don't give up those kind of options to their opponent. So it'll be the 3 guns carried across, AWP for Nico, 2 rifles, and Vinny still has an SMG. And I'm not going to lie, there's really no reason for him to upgrade right now. They can still use him aggressively with this.
Yeah.
Bucket loads of utility behind it. G2 will have a full buy. They can drop guns. They can look competitive again based off of the saved weapons. But if the rounds continue like this will be over before we know it. At one moment there, it didn't look like FURIA were competitive whatsoever. I'm not sure when the turning point was. Then he managed a couple of late rounds there to make it 9-6.
Yeah, but this T side, it's got that Furia flair and yet to be dimmed by G2's defense. Maybe Art will be kept honest this time around over the smoke. They confirm he's there. Hunter supporting cast of this mid-hold.
They're just harassing all the early positions, right? They flushed them out of connector using their own smoke against them. And now they have no mid presence at all. They have to retake this, G2, and it's not easy to re-peek into middle as a CT against AK-47s. They've taken all this space, and now they've evaporated. Look, Furia quickly back through the underpass, now to T-spawn. Vinny's been up in apartments with this SMG the entire time, and Nexa looking for space. He's going to call it clear, but the attack's coming his way.
Oh, if he doesn't stand his ground. Okay, he's going for an aggressive ramp hold. Now, Art often seems prepared for this kind of maneuver. This time it's Nexa with both.
Important.
Puts it on a silver platter, bomb down on ramp. Vinny from the Palace Lurk will have to push back around to partner up with Serato for the regain of control. Now, Nexa's dropped his own smoke. He can peek above that. Here they come. Oh, perfect angle. Nexa's played this to perfection. And Vinny, he knows where you are. He'll take it as well. Goes down with the nade, but round delivered by Nexa, leading by example.
Oof, did it all just with a bit of aggression of his own right there. So fed up of being dictated to by Furia, takes the fight to them. And yeah, now Yuri, he's just going to hold on to this AK. Money is very good for Furia, right? Consider the bonus rounds, consider the spree that they've been on. It will only be the 1,400 loss bonus coming into the bank balance after this one. And we're tied up at 10-10. But at the high end right now, Vinny's just under 10K. You've got 8 on Junior and Art. Yuri in the mix for that as well. So there's enough money for a buy now and maybe 2 in the future, depending on plans. But this was masterful from Nexa. And nobody came to back him up. You could see that they were just sticking to their guns, letting him do his thing. If you try and move and just plant your feet on that bomb, you can give your position up to lurkers, give a lot of space, and then get punished later. So everybody was like, yeah, Nexa, you can handle that. We've got a big number advantage. Thank you very much. Let's see. How much more do we have to tell of this story? Round 21.
I don't know if they can count on a Nexa 4K every round, so we'll have to see evidence that they can deal with this Furia T side as a unit. Look at him go. Look at him go. Straight into the smoke and will cower within it to restore his vision. Nexa's responsible for ramp. They are group Palace with the bomb.
Oh, Nico's going to be tested here.
He certainly is. He has to do a lot with that AWP. Jack's passive hold of the window room. And oh, Nexa's not looking.
Timing.
He walks straight out. And just like that, the sight and the round collapse. What are you supposed to do? Jax does well to find the mid-peak.
Getting stuck in here.
Cancel the plant.
Can have a look. Is he being covered? Junior could be in trouble.
If he found Vinny, that would have been a problem. Amanek catching one, but it's Seems the round is already sealed. K-Serato's barrel has been spotted. Hunter communicating as best he can.
If Hunter gets this kill, they could consider it. I know that Amanek's in spawn right now, but the bomb's not halfway ticked just yet. If Amanek flashes into window, Hunter can push.
That's not bad.
They called it off, thinking about future rounds here. Residual cash for Jax. Nico's got money left over too. Amanek could be able to drop a gun. It makes sense with the save, but you'd love to see a bit of conviction. You'd love to see him getting stuck in for something.
Oh, but can you, I mean, you can't write it, you know? Like, Nexa looks away from Palace to re-smoke ramp at the moment FURIA swing out of Palace. Like, it's another nasty death for Nico. He's had a couple throughout the T and CT side.
They're some of the most frustrating deaths as well, where it comes down to timing, right?
Yeah.
Because you've just been sitting there waiting, you've been doing the job you're meant to do, and as soon as you make that decision, whether it's forced or unforced, you just feel a bit of a tit. As K-Serrato, look, it doesn't get easier than that. Like, Nexa is literally fumbling through his nades, utility weaponry there, so that's going to be a rough one, but you just have to chalk that up to timing, right?
Yeah.
You didn't do anything else wrong.
Yeah.
The round was literally lost on timing. So we're still very close in this. Look how many mid-smokes you see come out. That's 4 mid-smokes, right? 1 connector, 2 on cat, 1 towards window.
And they're already into B. K-Serrato opens up A, and now charging into the B site. Hunter this time keeps them at bay.
Bomb's still back at B apartment.
The short wrap will not come in uncontested.
Oh!
Yuri gets them both. Oh no. And K-Serrato, a real gap over the smoke. It comes to him. Jax just walks into his own death. And Nico with 4 to find. And he's hunted from every angle.
Man.
Furious snatch at 12th.
That looks so scrimmy, right? You just take a look at that from a bird's eye view. All the smokes landing on mid. They all had a purpose, but you just see so much contact at mid, the flashes, the nades, everybody's drawn, and you quickly switch. There's so much going on. You've got K-Serrato already in the B site. The round at that point feels like it's already over, and then Vinny is in spawn. Like, that's a minute 14. Vinny's pushed through A. The B bomb site's already dead.
Well, it's got its own style, that's for sure. And I love that there is an identity as apparent as Furia's brand of Counter-Strike. It's great to watch. It's very fun to see how it interacts with others, such as G2. I can't believe they've been calling such a strong T side here. And oh, Amanek, he mixes it up with a AWP line. Doesn't get to reap the rewards immediately. But working on the extremities again.
Yeah. Well, the fact that G2 have been able to get out a bye like this, considering the circumstances, they need to win this one. They need to convert right here because max loss bonus time and time again is not going to do it. We are at the tail end of this game.
They're on bare bones here as a CT squad.
They know that AWP was B, and they know that it was aggressive. They haven't challenged it back yet, and they're regathering towards top of middle. Looks like Art wants to go out dry here, and there are currently no eyes. A gamble stack from G2. 4 players towards A. 2 pushing ramp. That's been called clear by Jax. Info top mid now. Both teams are just trading positions across the map here.
Yeah, but they're up mid fast.
If they go into the A split, this could be dangerous for FURIA.
Jax. Oh, good timing. Shuts down Yuri, and Vinny spots another. He knows Nexa's around. Swinging in. Art meets Nexus M4. The spray, he's only got 15 bullets. It's Junior to find him, and he does so with the Glock. Amanek baited out. Nico will punish. It's double AWPs, though. If that bomb goes down, this retake won't come easy. Junior's indecisive. The bomb is now down.
He's done it a couple times. Junior just can't let go of his flashes. But this spot is everything.
K-Serrato can win the round exclusively. And the barrel is the cue. The headshot is there and the double kill is delivered. G2, their advantage snatched from them, and you said just how compulsory this one was. Amanek, he's got a good idea, a good understanding, but the AWP is such a prized possession. He just doesn't have the kit nor the time. K-Serrato wins it with the jungle double.
He can even stop the AWP from being saved. K-Serrato is doing everything in this round.
He can, yeah. Amanek is going to be walking back towards the spawn.
Oh,
no,
catch that!
Puts him on 20. Okay, he'll save the day. He'll keep his AWP, but FURIA, they are running now towards 16.
Oh,
this is
dear.
7-1. The scoreline in this half is 7-1. G2, they've been saving as best they can, but another double. First Yuri, now K-Serrato.
This is great. K-Serrato in that first half, I was talking about round after round. He's dropping guns for Art. He's got a UMP. He's got a Deagle. He's rotating over. He's getting bullied by rushes. Amanek is destroying him. Now, He is leading this T half, just absolutely dismantling G2. And back they go. Fast A this time. Deal with this.
Ooh, okay. Jax came to play. Good dig. Yuri gone. Into the site. Default's a hard site to flush out. Another with the Deagle. Jax has put them into a good stead to compete. Amanek can't lose his AWP to a spray. And Nico's Deagle, definitely not one to be laughed at. Needs the flash. Junior wants to set himself up for the hold. Ooh,
Great molly.
Like a great molly. It's going to stop the swing. And should it with the smoke combined,
smoke helps in plant.
Enables a safe plant. Chance is starting to dwindle for G2. And don't forget, already lost Vertigo. Takes the shots now. Not enough to find the frag.
Oh, both peppered.
Junior is a good contingency though. Quesarata just needs to rot the clock as best he can. It's a very good angle he's managed to adopt. And so as they round their corner, they head into the perfect spray. G2 knocked on their ass again. And Amanek just doing anything he can just to make it costly. The round is theirs, and FURIA 2 rounds away from knocking G2 out of Pro League.
Not getting away with this one. Art takes down Amanek. No more saving, they say, as... Holy moly, red beans and ravioli. This one's been a bit of a quick half. Winner of this one, Alex, will go on to play... Now, we need to get through this. It is a bit to uncover here. We'll go on to play the loser of Astralis versus Gambit, which will be one of our play-in matches, which are going down next Thursday, or Thursday coming, the 8th of April. So we have to wait and see who the opponent will be. But right now, it's looking very likely FURIA are taking this one. Held to just 1 round on the CT side here. G2 on their map choice. You can see it here, the scores on the doors. It's not looking great whatsoever. Sprees of 4 bookend that round, number 20.
Couple of signs of weakness has been shown by G2 over the course of their Pro League stint. Losses to Mouse, losses to Ents. Of course, paired with wins against some of the big names as Liquid and Vitality. So, you know, it has been a unpredictable and volatile set of results from G2. But they need to prove that they can defend this FURIA T side because they have just been running towards that 16. G2. Margin for error almost entirely gone. This has to be perfect.
Taking the pace off this one, FURIA. Not in a rush now. It's been such chaotic Counter-Strike, hitting mid, hitting A, hitting B. Kept pressure all over the map, and now they're just allowing G2 to siphon through their utility. Slow it down, throw them a curveball, give them something new to deal with. And already Amanek taking a chunk of damage, down to 60 HP. That'll be unconfirmed. But all Quesarato's doing is siphoning through these grenades, calling out what's being used on the B bomb site. So if they want to set up and execute, they don't have to go through a molly, they don't have to go through a smoke. And they've just left Amanek here on his complete lonesome. If it is a B split, could be round number 15.
Where did they get this info from then? Like, who is going to be containing this? So the smokes will be deployed. Short will be the play. Jax immediately found. Tried to play ahead of the smokes, and now they start their wrap. Hunter and Nexa will arrive on the scene in time. Degree of support provided for this B wrap.
The bomb's going.
Oh my god.
Back down through connected to A.
It is. And G2 have already clamped shot on the bait. Nico starting to work it out. Only man gonna be there is Nico. They've got flames for days. And bomb spotted from Amanek. He sees it, stairs side. And Amanek even finds a frag. That's something. Oh, and Nico missed. Not great. 15 seconds, but the bomb can go down. The flashes are good, and Vinny's found 3. Their heads full. And no way, G2 have got nothing to say. A 15th from FURIA and a late round pivot. We all believed. G2 believed. The commentators did. This would finish on B. They were starting their push, the ascent towards the stacked site.
That's all Art's info, right? The fact that he was up in towards that jungle/window position. He gets all that info. He even gets the final kill. That's 15 on the board for FURIA, and just one more round here to propel them forward.
Oh man, look at this. 3.8. 4K, 3.5, it's brutal.
Well, the Famouses are out here for what is likely the final round of play. 3 pushing mid and straight on towards A. These kills are going to fall like dominoes here. Jax has isolated the rotation. It's going to be far away, held at bay by smokes. Molly naded, dead. Yuri's got him.
Oh, and Hunter's completely blind. They have the sight already. I think it's just a question of accepting your fate here. G2 would need a miracle to overcome the odds. FURIA set for success, set to knock the international roster down a peg. Nico, however, with 1. They completely own CT, so they're all channeled into this connector position. The entire squad coming in from a predictable side of the map. Vinny's in such a good spot with this creek. He can tap it ahead. It's Yuri, however, to knock another down, and here they go. 1 by 1, they fall. FURIA securing it in 2, and only Nexa doesn't have the time for this. 2 bodies still to drop. Vinny on the site. GG's in the chat. He knows that this is where the road ends. G2 knocked out a Pro League at the hands of FURIA.